So Global Dokkan Battle has released a producer's letter to announce the results of the survey that they held not too long ago. So I thought I would go through the results and give you my thoughts on each of the results, as I didn't actually enter in the survey. So I thought it'd be great to just talk about everything here. So let's jump straight into it. I know some of the topics I had a little glance, so I was kind of prepared for this video. First one is my thoughts on high difficulty events, with options A to D being I would like to have more of these types of events. I would like them to be easier to play. I am enjoying them, no need for changes. They're too difficult, so I am not playing them. Now, of course, everybody has their own thoughts on the game. It depends on how you play. Are you a hardcore Dokkan fan? Are you just playing Dokkan as a daily ritual to just, you know, waste some time since you have nothing else to do? Or, are you there just for the summons, I guess, and you're a fan base of Dragon Ball Z in general? And for me, I wouldn't mind any of these other than D. I don't think Dokkan's too difficult. Of course, there's Ultimate Red Zone, but I think they're doing good enough pace for free-to-play to keep catching up, and this is a perspective of just being a fully free-to-play unit. So, I am playing them. Like, if I have the chance, if they release more cards, I think I will play them eventually, but it's not like I'm outright not playing them because they're too hard. Like, I always give it a shot. And at this current time, I think I am enjoying Dokkan. It doesn't really need to change at the same time, but I do like tough events. I think, you know, completing free-to-play only, you know, teams on a really tough event is probably one of the most satisfying things to do in Dokkan Battle. If you haven't done it, you should try it. Like, knowing that you didn't spend $1 and beating, like, an event that, like, people, thousands of people struggle, I think is the greatest feeling of all time. So I would like more higher difficulty events just for that reason. But at the same time, I would like them to be easier to play. And not in terms of, like, they're 1 HP or something. I just think, like, bosses need to be a little bit more different. Like, they need... It can't just be like, yo, gain more HP and, you know, have more defense. Like, I need something more fun than just having to beat a boss with 40 million HP. I think there are ways to do it. I don't have the answers, of course, but, like, don't make it like Supreme Kai where he just has dodges everywhere. Don't make it like the boss seals and everything like that. I don't mind lowering defense and everything like that. I think that's a strategy kind of thing, but, like, dodges where it's RNG dependent, that sucks. Like, longer bosses, I feel like there's a sweet spot for events where it can't be like over 20 turns, it can't be less than like 5 turns, and so that's what I mean by, like, easier to play. I think just more creative bosses at the end of the day. So we'll run down through the team's comments. And all it really says here is that they're adding and improving challenging features and making adjustments and improvements to existing content, which is what they usually do anyway, right? With, like, Ultimate Clash, they change bosses here and there. And, like, in Super Battle Road, like, from the typing stage all the way to, like, stage 50-something, like, the damage output of the Super Battle Road bosses just goes insane to the roof. So I think they've always been doing this. Of course, always doing that is great. So for the next survey, we have expectations for the friend function here. And this has got to do with just, like, co-op and PvP. So I really never thought about... I have thought about the idea of Dokkan PvP, Dokkan co-op. And I'm against PvP because, again, I'm free to play. But I am so up for co-op. I think co-op would be a great thing to add. I think what they need to do, though, is not have it like a constant co-op where, like a new mode for co-op, right? But, like, the mode itself doesn't have to be time consuming. I think that would just be very helpful for others. And so I am with the majority of the people. But I'm also satisfied and with Dokkan how it's going as a do-at-your-own pace strategy single player, which I'm completely fine with that. I wouldn't mind interacting with friends. I mean, if I saw somebody online and I'd be like, yo, can you change your friend unit to this and then have my friend selection? If that's a way to fix the friend system, without actually changing the friend system, then I will take it. Instead of going over on my Twitter, which you follow in the description, going, hey, can anybody add me with these friends? Like, I would be down with some interaction like that. I'm just against PvP because, like, the only thing that PvP leads to is just, like, a constant grind, which gets a little bit repetitive and a little bit boring, and I feel like people would be... It would motivate more people to spend money to improve their PvP team, but at the same time, those people that can't do that would just stay away from the content. And if it's, like, locked behind some, like, amazing rewards, that would be heartbreaking. When it comes to the co-op, like, for example, a raid system, that would be great, as usually a raid system would be, like, do as much damage as you can and then get rewarded. Now, that would incentivize, of course, spending money to do more damage, but also it should have rewards. Even if you did, like, 1% damage to the enemy, you should still be rewarded. And I think that would be great as well. And it would be, like, a stamina-based thing where, like, chain battle, where you can only do it, like, 5 times per day or, like, 1 time per day. And so it doesn't feel like it's a chore, but it gives you the... I guess it can be a chore depending on the reward, but if the reward's good, then it's not a chore. It's kind of like the World Tournament. The World Tournament can be a chore, but the rewards, I feel like, is good enough where, like, you kind of want to do it anyway. And you get your rewards for the day, and then, you do your dailies, and then you're out kind of deal. And I think that would be the greatest solution for this. Now, in the team's comments, they're considering implementing features that will allow you to cooperate with friends and invite friends to complete missions together. So if this is, like, a specific event, that would be great. I feel like they should not do this for, like, the current events out right now. I feel like that loses some, like, accomplishments that older players have already done, completing, like, ESPR. If I could bring, like, a friend to help me beat Extreme Super Battle Road, then I think that's a poor way of doing co-op. I feel like you have to do, like, this big boss and you do this percentage. Because, like, then my accomplishments of beating it by myself just become null because, people can just ask, a whale friend and they just help them out and carry the team, essentially. So yeah, that's my thoughts on co-op. So let me know what your thoughts on, like, having an online feature for Dokkan Battle. And if you guys would like PvP, how would it work? And if you guys want co-op, let me know how you would want it to work if it's different to mine. But let's move on here. I don't want the video to be too long. Reasons why you want to include a character on your team. A, I would like to see the character's animation, so I build a team focused around that character and join various events regardless of the difficulty level. B, I would like to check the character's performance, so I build a team that includes that character and play the difficult content. C, the character works well with other characters on the team. D, other free answer. I would say it's a combination of B and C. I think for most part it would be a B, which everybody is picking. If the character's busted, then that's great. That's why I would want the character on my team, obviously. Of course, C can only go so far. Like, for example, if it was like the Para brothers, but with a good link set and everything like that. As long as, like, the passive actually is strong, then I wouldn't mind. But, like, if it's, like, a weak character with good linking, it's not really worth it to me. So, yeah, performance. I'm much more of a performance guy over an animations guy. Like, animation's cool and all for the first view, but then as my retention span is so short... I just don't care. If anything, I'm hoping that a skip function with super attacks would be coming into the game. So yeah. The question's purpose is a way to check how you play with new characters you recruit, everything like that. So yeah, I'm more of the performance kind of guy over the animations. And I know people that love animations over performance. They would not care less of how good a character is. And I used to be like that. I just wanted all Ultimate Gohans on my account, and that was it before I did my free-to-play stuff. So I understand, like, all of that kind of deal, and that's why it's the second most voted thing, 31%. Your expectations for the international version in the future: implementing characters at the same time as JP version, implementing characters prior to the JP version, adding content exclusive to the international version. I would not want an exclusive. I think everybody should be free to, you know, get all the cards regardless of what version you play. So I don't agree with 22% of the people wanting that. I feel like they just have a grudge against JP players. I wouldn't mind if they got version characters prior to the JP version, as long as JP got it like at a later date. And then again, implementing characters at the same time of JP version is great, as that also incentivizes syncing up the games, which should be the long-term goal for Dokkan Battle, as everybody can share the hype and we just feel a bit more of a community rather than, you know, Global versus JP all the time. You know, if you go on Twitter, it's always Global W, JP W, depending on like the celebrations, and I feel like we shouldn't really do that. So yeah, I'm definitely agreeing with the A, and then also B wouldn't be too bad. And so I think this is the final pie graph here. Your expectations for producers' letters, in new information about characters and events, communication with the operation team via surveys, and see other. I have no specific expectations. I just expected to have new information. I think that's the most important thing. Some transparency regarding backlashes, glitches, maintenance, all that stuff. I think they're doing an okay job. So I think A and B combined together is just amazing in general. So yeah, it's just listening to opinions and feedback is just really, and then conveying it into these producers' letters is the best thing you can do on social media. So I like this. But I think that is it here. This is the final screenshot. They are going to be releasing the campaign information on the 24th. So I'll make a news video on that when that comes out. Who will the new character be? Or characters, actually. Characters. I want it to be... You know what? For the extreme side, I think I want a Golden Frieza. It doesn't make sense. It kind of makes sense with Golden Week. I feel like Golden Frieza, a new one, and maybe like a free-to-play one would be great. Maybe a new Wicked Bloodlines leader for sure for that. And then for the Super, I mean, nothing really makes sense for the Super side. I think, they might go double extreme. I'm not too sure. I doubt it would be double extreme, but it would be cool to just have Broly as well. Because I need more movie bosses support. But if it has to be like an extreme super, there's not really much options other than like Super Saiyan Goku, Super Saiyan Vegeta, or Super Saiyan Blue Goku, Super Saiyan... I don't know, it probably has to be themed as well. Golden Cooler, Golden Frieza, imagine they twist it up with double extreme, that'd be cool. But yeah, that's going to wrap up for today's video. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. This is going to be a double upload day today for Dokkan Battle, so you'll see another video later on. So make sure you subscribe with the notification bell on so you don't miss out on the daily content on this channel. I'll see you guys in the next one. Stay healthy, stay safe, stay fizzy. Peace out.